It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I've got a beer today that I'm really excited about. It's by Privatbrauerei Hofmu and it's their Dunkel. There's some beers that I show the label off and I look at the label myself and I go, oh, that looks good. That looks really good. And this is one of those labels. The brewery has connections all the way back to 1492. That's like it's nearly 700 years. It's about 680 years. It's bonkers. Half litre bottle, 4.9% ABV. But then the other thing is that you can see that it was a very industrial area at the time when they built this brewery. And yet they've let nature grow all around the brewery. And I just, what a lovely look to that label. It's one of those labels that you go, if that is the actual brewery, then I want to go there and I want to drink beer right there in that place. There's the bottle cap. I believe this is the first beer for me from Hofmu. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, then I do apologise to you lovely German people out there. I've tried my best. Let's get the beer out. Into a glass and see what we get. I also love a Dunkel. That's the other reason why we want to get this beer out today. Is because I also love a lovely dark Dunkel style beer. Two finger. I'm going to say slightly off-white head. Two fingers, slightly off-white head. It's not jet black, so it's not like a British style stout. It's definitely got that kind of... So when I think of Dunkel, and when I look at Dunkel, which Dunkel means dark in German, I always think mild. This looks like a British mild. But it's not a British mild. It's a very different beer to a British mild. But it has that same kind of colour as a British dark mild. The beer was kindly sent to us by our channel sponsors, beersofeurope.co.uk. Beers of Europe, the largest online beer store in the UK, with a fabulous range of beers from all over the world. If you love beer, if you've travelled, if you've been on holiday, if you've worked away, and you want to find that very special beer that you drank whilst you were away back in the UK, the best place to find it is beersofeurope.co.uk. On with the review. Aroma. Yeah, it's that German nuttiness, that biscuitiness, that breadiness. It's put a smile on my face. I've had a tough morning this morning. I went to do the school run, went to start the car, and the battery was dead. It didn't help. My teenage daughter was messing around with electric windows as I was trying to start this diesel engine. And it just stopped. It just stopped and wouldn't start. But anyway, tried to bump start this diesel engine, only to find out from a mechanic, never try and bump start a diesel. So there's literally, where I've tried to bump, I've left the car round the corner. Terraced houses where I live, literally left the car round the corner, a minute away, 30 seconds away. But it's far enough away that I can't charge the battery. But as I walk down to see if the, to take the battery out after getting a spanner from my house, I just seen this stream of oil from where the house is all the way down to where I've left the car, and I think I've damaged the engine. I think I've got a major oil leak, and I'm like, what have I done? I've had the car 4 weeks. Normally, I'm a petrol car driver. Normally, petrol, bang, easy, bump start, second gear, job done. Diesel, it just did this bang. It just made this massive bang noise. The bloody felt like the wheels locked up. I had to put it back into neutral, and I think I've blown the engine. But anyway, I got a beer in my hand, all the way from Germany, and it's already put a smile on my face. So let's dive into this nutty, roasty, German dark Dunkel style beer then. Cheers, everyone. Oh, yeah. Stone the crows. Stone the crows. Who cares about the car? Stone the crows. That is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Nutty, bready, biscuity, chocolate malt coming through. Bitterness from the hops coming through. Little bit of sweetness from the sweet malt. Oh, this is tremendous beer. Absolutely tremendous beer. Good lacing. Good carbonation. Creamy, rich mouthfeel. Nutty, bready, biscuity. Again, chocolate malt, touch of coffee coming through. Oh, bitterness from the hops coming through. Oh, it's lovely. Lovely beer. So I've got this vision. And my vision is, the reason why I mentioned the car is because I have a car for school runs. That's basically it. I own a car for the school run. My vision for the channel is that you can order beer online. It turns up at your door. I can jump on a train where I got a train station less than a quarter of a mile away, and I can literally, I've left here before now, and I've gone to Disneyland on the blooming train, you know. My point is that I've left here before, and I've gone to Belgium, I've gone to Brussels on the train from my home without ever turning a steering wheel on a car. My vision is that one day, very, very soon, might actually have been this day actually. So my kids are nearly doing their GCSEs. My one child's doing the GCSEs. The second child got about 2 or 3 years to go. I only use the car for the school run. My vision is to ditch a car completely. Get them to an age where they can literally fend for themselves, and then I can use the train. I can use that train. I've got a city centre, Cardiff, blooming 7 miles away from me. I can buy all my beers there. I can buy all my food. I can buy whatever I need in Cardiff centre. If I need to go further, which I do, I want to go on the train to Germany and France and Belgium and the north. I want to go to Leeds and Manchester and Liverpool on the train and enjoy drinking beer whilst I'm on the train. I don't need a car. I find it very frustrating that I have this, I have to have a car at this moment in my life. I find it very frustrating because I was so close. I've owned the car for a month. I needed to own that car for another 3 months. The middle child has done her GCSEs. The younger child, she's very athletic. She's very sport-like. She can walk 40 minutes to a school and back again. But it looks like they had blown an engine on a car with 3 months. I bought this car temporarily, just to get the eldest daughter through her GCSEs, because she's very intellectual. She's very intelligent, but she doesn't have a bit of sporting kind of like about her. She's not a walker, she's not a runner, she's not a footballer, she's not a netballer, she's not a tennis player, she's none of those things. She's just very intellectual. And I just needed this car just to make it for 3 months, just to get her through her GCSEs, and I probably would never need a car for the rest of my life. And I blow it up in this snow. We got a load of snow here today in March in the UK, and I managed to flipping blow the engine on this car. It's going to be nice by Friday. It's going to be nice weather. Probably the proper start of spring. And I made a foolish error of trying to bump start a diesel. My point is, and this is my point, this is the reason why I'm talking about all of these things in this beer review, is that I'll probably have to mess about trying to push when the kids and the wife comes home from work. We'll all have to get out and try and push the car back round the corner where it is, back outside the house. And then I'll phone a scrap dealer and we'll get a scrap dealer and we'll scrap the car. Scrap another car. That's 2 cars in 4 weeks we've had to scrap. But my point is this. Life is so much easier with a beer in your hand. And I don't mean that in a, like I need to drink like 20 pints a day type of life is easier with a beer in your hand. But the flavours from beer, the quality of the beer, just how good this beer is, relieves a lot of my stress levels. It really does. This is such a good beer. Such a good beer. That I'm going to rate it a Stone the Crow's 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 beer from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.